The following program contains coarse language and nudity.
Hello.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, howdy, VGS listeners, and welcome into the one, the only, the world-famous video game show. I'm your host, Rich Bergen. Alongside tonight, we got the one, the only, air drumming and getting psyched up, Mr. Matt Gurley.
Hey!
What was that?
I feel because I watched the show and I listened to the intro song, Castlevania or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think there's like an epic drum solo, like a 40-minute drum solo at the beginning of every show.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Sorry, but go on. And
to right directly across from me, the one, the only, Mr. Jake Friedel.
Yeah, it's about time.
it's about time for change.
About time.
It's change.
Yeah. That's the Jake Friedel difference.
the shaky.
Because we have to call it the Jake Friedel difference since brother Bob doesn't want to seem to play anymore.
Bob is terribly ill
Oh, is he?
with a cough.
Oh,
His little cough.
you little cough? Oh.
I got the black lung.
Is that Zoolander?
Yeah.
I caught the black lung. Stupid.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, welcome in the world-famous video game show. VGSmailbox@gmail.com is, of course, the email. We love to get your emails and want to hear from all of you. Check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/thevideogameshow. And, of course, check out facebook.com/GameTrader Roman numeral 2, where we, of course, record out of every other Tuesday night. 2 Hawks, St. Charles, Missouri, 63303. And check out youtube.com/Zebular.
Yes, sir.
The official home of Video Game Show on YouTube.
Word.
Yeah. You've been posting up some other videos, too, recently.
Yep.
Such as?
Word. Yep.
Actually,
Yep.
why don't you talk about some of those videos real quick? Because I realized I need to run up there real quick and grab some flyers for some information to talk about.
Did one just walkthrough of trading games with me and Adam Korlick and showed off some of Jason's stuff. Which, if you haven't seen Jason's collection, definitely check that out.
He's got some games.
Yeah, he's got a few games.
He's
just
got a
couple.
few.
He might even have a kiosk, 2 or 3 or 10.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy though.
Yeah, no, nothing too crazy, but I don't know. Yeah, just been keeping up on the channel, doing a couple things. I got a GameCube.
You got the PS Vita.
Yep, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, what happened now? So you can buy a kiosk unit, a demo unit, or whatever.
yeah.
Vita.
There's just this one guy, and it's on this app called Mercari. Basically, Mercari is something like, it's essentially eBay / like, I don't know,
Prison
Craigslist.
rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everybody sitting there trying to talk people down on prices. But anyway, the guy's been selling like $50-$60 for these kiosk units. But with the new Hinkaku hack, you can actually hack it out and then make it a full retail unit.
Watch your mouth.
Hinkaku,
Ikaku.
Bukaki.
It is dangerous close to various types of adult programs.
So yeah, it's really cool, that new hack though. The one we're checking out. You can actually overclock the Vita, which actually makes some of the games that didn't run very well run right. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep, I agree.
And what you got a flyer there of, Richard?
Sorry, I don't know why, but that whole thing reminded me of the movie Club Dread there for a second. I go to Oral Roberts. Is anything like the Dirty Sanchez? Or Dutch Oven? That's not for you, no. I got a couple flyers for some events coming up here at Game Trader 2 I want to talk about.
Flyers.
We got some charity tournaments coming up here at Game Trader 2 very quickly around the corner. First one, we've got a tournament for Extra Life. That's going to be on October 15th from 1 to 7 here at Game Trader 2. You're going to be featuring the Donkey Kong Competition Tournament card for Extra Life. Extra Life unites thousands of players around the world in a 24-hour gaming marathon to support the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Since its inception in 2008, Extra Life has raised more than $22 million for local Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and that will be here at Game Trader 2, October 15th from 1 to 7. $10 donation gets you 1 attempt, $20 donation gets you 2 attempts, and an event-exclusive T-shirt. And then also coming up, in case you don't make that, or you want to make that but come to another one, we got another tournament. We got the second annual Game for Your Brain tournament here at Game Trader Roman numeral 2. Saturday, November 19th, starting at 12 noon. It's going to feature the Nintendo World Championships cartridge actually played on an authentic Nintendo World Championships cartridge. And that tournament is, of course, going to be sponsoring the Walk to End Alzheimer's. That's on Saturday, November 19th at 12 noon here at Game Trader 2 Hawks, St. Charles, Missouri, 63303. Phone number 636-757-3593. So a couple of very exciting tournaments coming up in October and November here at Game Trader 2. So definitely come out to them. I'll be here. I'm sure these two gentlemen will probably make appearances as well. Usually
And
around
they're
here
all
the
for a
appearances.
good cause.
Both of them are for good causes. Also,
Yeah, if you're asking what's the point, it's all for a good cause.
Yeah, don't ask what's the point. The point is, it's for a good cause.
Yeah.
I also want to mention, we talked a lot about the Mo Game Con and that sort of thing, but MoGameCon.com is still active. It's this website for the Missouri Game Con, and will also continue to be that for Mo Game Con 2, The Wrath of Khan. And we're going to have some big announcements about the second annual Mo Game Con coming up very shortly. So make sure to stay tuned to the website and follow the event on Facebook and get all your Mo Game Con details. And of course, we'll bring them to you here as they come along at the next episodes. But again, make sure to check out those sites and that for all your Mo Game Con announcements.
And do a search on Facebook for Mo Game Con. I mean, that way we can get some input too from you guys.
Yes.
That way we can find what you guys specifically are wanting.
Wow, that's the safest search suggestion you've ever given anyone to look for on the internet. I just want to point that out, and that we'll never have that ever again. And it's gone. It's just like that.
Yeah,
That gone.
I can turn off the safe search guard and be okay searching that, and then we'll be safe for work still.
Shockingly, my YouTube is actually pretty safe. My personal.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with the delete this selection.
Actually, let's bring that up. We didn't talk about this last time.
Oh, okay. I was like, let's bring this up. No.
But maybe you're a little more familiar with it, because I know there's just been a big change in YouTube as far as censorship goes, and I know that a lot of people are freaking out about that. I know in your case, you're probably safe, but
Well, I got the down low on that. Nothing has changed, actually.
okay.
Okay, so everybody threw a big fit saying, you can no longer monetize stuff that basically nobody wants a commercial on something that might offend somebody, essentially, is what it comes down to.
Okay.
Well, that's been in effect since 2012. The thing is, though, now people are seeing that their stuff isn't being monetized, whereas before they already weren't getting money for it, but now it'll actually show an icon saying it's not getting monetized, whereas before they just didn't know that it wasn't getting monetized.
And that's if they're advertising something that someone could find offensive.
Right. Basically, so on YouTube, when you monetize something, you click monetize, and they throw in whatever ads they want. And
YouTube does.
Yes.
Okay.
And then somebody will review it, YouTube, whoever, and then they'll be like, okay, no, we don't want this monetized. This, this is going to look bad on...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I got you. Well, are you monetized?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there's been there was a very offensive Kia Forte commercial, and there's a gentleman driving it, and he's wearing a seatbelt, and I'm thinking, this is very offensive to people who don't wear seatbelts.
Or have arms and legs.
Exactly! Wow, I like the way your mind works like that.
How can you drive?
Actually, I saw that commercial. The driver was not wearing glasses, and as someone who is visually impaired, I am very offended by the fact that
And
that person doesn't
also,
need glasses.
blind people were pretty offended, too, because they can't even drive.
Right.
Right, exactly.
Right.
We're probably offending someone right now with this concept.
We're probably offending all the ugly people because we're all so good looking.
There's a guy that's just a head in a jar right now, like, ah!
Oh, those gangs! Oh, I'm gonna get those boys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my tongue to get there. It'll only take a career.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for your kids and that damn dog.
Yes. Or I'm not. No, I can't tell you, but no, I'm not touching that one.
Real quick, before we go any further and start getting into actual video game related things, anybody hear him to have a Galaxy Note 7 that's exploded?
No,
No?
thankfully.
No, just
No,
curious.
there's been
Okay.
some really stupid stuff though. People. What was the guy that lifted out in the Jeep and the Jeep exploded? Or the car, it caught fire because they left it out in the sun or whatever.
I heard it was only a charging thing. I don't know.
Yeah, and now there's a kid that
It burst in their hands.
but
They didn't update. It wasn't even that phone.
But they also sent out something saying to them, you need to take your phone in and give it to the
Right.
person, and that's it. You don't take this phone, and you can't use it anymore. Take it, bring it to Sprint
Right.
or whoever.
Correct.
And so we can give you one that's not faulty. They didn't. They ignored it.
Right.
And, it caught fire and it injured the kid, but But yeah, I don't know anyone. Actually, I don't know anyone who has this Note 7 though. I know plenty of people who have Galaxy S7s.
Right.
But yeah, the Note 7 is really awesome.
Aren't they like the larger screen one?
Yeah, it's like a
the
bigger,
Note is a bigger,
it's a bigger thing. It's like a
mini tablet.
Okay, I've
Yeah.
never used one, so.
I was gonna say I didn't think you did because I was pretty sure that wasn't the thing that was fitting into the VR
No,
headset
no.
devices and all that. And
Yeah, I don't know if the Note would fit in that or not.
It doesn't.
I don't think so. It's
No.
like the size of a mini tablet at that point. But okay, so yeah, if you have a Note 7 and you haven't taken it to the shop yet to get it taken care of, go take it to the damn shop and get it taken care of.
Yeah.
This isn't like those weird recalls on a car where it's like you know, oh, the back passenger seatbelt sometimes malfunctions, and I just shrug my head. I go like, well, I don't have kids, so I don't give a shit, and I don't drive people anywhere, so therefore it's fine. I don't care, and that it got fixed later on down the road, but it didn't need imperative. Now, if I heard the words, your airbag might explode on you out of
Yeah.
nowhere and blast your teeth and send you into a car wreck, I'm gonna go get that taken care of pretty quickly.
Yep.
So, exploding phones, not good. All right, let's talk about some things that went on here. A lot seen happen in the 2 weeks' time since we were last here, but let's talk about the big thing that occurred, which was PlayStation 4. Sony had their big announcement for the PlayStation Slim and the PlayStation 4 Neo, now called the PlayStation 4 Pro. And essentially, what it is this. The PlayStation Slim is going to be available, I think, in 2 weeks. It comes out. It's going to be $299.99. There's going to be a 500 gigabyte and a 1 terabyte model version available. It literally doesn't do anything really different except for it's lighter, it runs cooler, it's less energy consuming.
Right.
It doesn't upgrade.
more
anything.
efficient. That's all it is.
It doesn't upgrade anything with the GPU or anything else.
It's literally like the PS3 when it went from the fat to the slim. Really.
Yeah. It's a tiny little upgrade, and that which again, you know, might attract people if you're wanting to get you haven't gotten into a PlayStation 4 yet.
Yeah.
Thinking about going into that route.
This is something to do with every console generation.
Absolutely.
And
Right.
It was due time for it. That's for damn sure.
Point being, though, if you already have a PlayStation 4, there's
No reason. Like, you know, there might be reason maybe you get an Xbox One S, but there's literally from like an OG Xbox One, but like from a PS4 to a PS4 Slim, there is hardly anything.
Right.
Yeah.
There's actual improvements
You know what?
on.
It's not bad looking though.
No, it's a nice little console, but I mean, aside from the aesthetic of it,
I'm just
there's really
saying
no
for
reason.
someone who doesn't own one yet,
I know. Don't push on me. I know.
they won't even know I'm pushing you.
Well, I'm telling them that. I'm breaking the fourth wall and telling them what's going on here behind the scenes. But so it seems right. The Xbox Slim or Xbox One S is launched. PlayStation's going to launch their own counter system, and that because we assume that, you know, Project Neo is probably going to be out sometime in late 2017. Same thing with like Scorpio. It turns out that's not true because the PlayStation 4 Pro, which was formerly the Neo, is coming out this year in November.
You might be thinking, "Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
I can get it sooner." Well, your specs, you just might be not that impressed at what you're going to get, and even to this day, thinking about it, it hasn't even phased my. I'm like, I don't care about this thing at all.
Well, I'll just read some of the information on it here real quick. The PlayStation 4 is going to focus on 4K gaming. 4K gaming is the next horizon in video games. It'll be great if more PlayStation 4 games can run 4K with smooth frame rates on the new Pro console. The Pro will also take advantage of richer colors of HDR technology. High dynamic range supports deeper, richer color and lighting. The Pro's GPU is based off of AMD's Polaris architecture and is twice as powerful as the base PlayStation 4's graphics. The base hard drive will be 1 terabyte, which is as big as PlayStation 4's storage. The console will also feature increased memory bandwidth for a faster CPU, and is going to start out at $399.99.
Yeah.
So we talked when E3 rolled around, and we talked about the fact that the Slim S was coming to the Xbox Slim 1S or One Slim was coming out, and then a year and a half later, Scorpio's coming out. Were they shooting themselves in the foot by advertising the fact that this console's going to be over for a year and a half? This is even more bizarre because you essentially have a Slim model coming out in September, and less than 2 months later, the Pro version's coming out.
$100 more. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's the statistics of it. Just you can look at a high-end PC that does 4K gaming at 60 frames per second.
It's not even true 4K. That's
Right.
the worst part about it.
Because you know what they're saying this. Remember when the PS4 before the PS4 was out, it's going to be 1080 at 60 frames per second. We get 1080 for the most part, but we hardly never get 60 frames per second. Everything's locked in at 30.
Yeah,
Is there
so
anything at
very
60 frames a second?
There are
There's a
games,
few,
but they're
yeah.
like they're not
Rezo Guns 60
They're not
frames.
next.
Yeah, I
they're
mean,
not current generation games. It's not like Uncharted, even though it's a beautiful game. It's not 60 frames.
Yeah, it's locked at
I mean,
30,
geez,
yeah.
the collection is those games are 1080 at 60 frames. But
Yeah.
anyways, I really worry that with this PS4 Pro, they're going to advertise 4K, yada yada yada. But I don't know, man.
Actually, one thing I do want to know, what form factor is it going to be? Is it going to be like the case of the current PS4 or the slim PS4?
What do you mean?
Like the size of the unit.
Oh, have you
itself.
seen it? It's
No,
hideous. So take a PS4, which is a pretty cool looking console in my opinion. It's a sleek design, simple, and it's two tiered. You know, it's separated by the middle part.
It would almost look like a slim version of a modern console.
Yeah.
Would that need to be slim?
The PS4 Pro just looks like they took another level.
So it doesn't look like the slim though?
No.
Oh, okay.
It looks like the PS4 with another level, and it's arcing back.
Really?
You know how
Oh,
it's like a
man.
diagonal?
Yeah.
It's another level. It's like like a stack of pancakes.
Oh, man.
And they're all one's a little further back than the other. It just
It does look a little bizarre. It looks like, and it's kind of funny you said add on a panel. It looks like if you've ever lived in a neighborhood where there's a house that clearly was originally a single-story house, they added
on.
later another story onto it, and you can always look at it and go, clearly that was not done at the same time of the architecture because the bricks are different shade and all this stuff looks bizarre. The Pro looks a little odd.
It just does not look that great. Because the PS4, honestly, I think the PS4 is a great looking console.
PS4 original is a great looking console,
but
but the slim version looks really cool too. This looks flimsy. This looks like this should have been the original PlayStation 4.
Exactly, and the PS4 would be your slim, and the PS4 would be the
PS4 Slim would be the new Pro.
Yeah.
But that's not what's happening.
No,
here.
and to this day, I mean, the Xbox One. I think the Xbox One is still a really stylish console. It's huge, but I think it's very cool looking. Xbox One S, I got to see one
Dude,
up
I
close.
still want to get the wood grain stickers for it.
I want to get an S, man. The S is cool looking. The white color on it.
Yeah.
It's way smaller. It just looks really cool.
Yeah, no, it's good looking system.
But yeah, the PS4. I mean, and this is your standpoint. You were waiting. You were like, "Wait, I'm going to see what comes out. I'm going to see what they do." And none of these announcements are even that like, "Oh, isn't that awesome, Rich? Look at this."
Not really.
Yeah, the biggest catch with it was, and like this is why I was actually kind of interested in it, was the whole the VR aspect. And it's like, oh, it's going to be so much better for VR. Now they're saying the frame rate's going to be better, and that's basically what they
And
said.
also the biggest kick in the pants. We talked about this earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you buy a Sony console for the most part, what do you get? When you buy a PlayStation, you got a CD player, and that was 95. CD player was still used.
Yep.
PS2, what'd you get? DVD player. PS3, what'd you get? A Blu-ray player. So what would you expect this thing to do since it's a 4K machine?
Right.
Would you expect it to play 4K,
Blu-rays? Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
No. And I think they said, well, you know, we've always been a game console. Yes,
That's a big kick in the pants, but the bigger one is the Xbox Slim, or the One Slim, or
One S.
One S. I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I'm assuming that.
So let's just say, let's
but
just-
anyway, it has the 4K player in it.
yes.
Sony's
And
proprietary
it's Sony's.
drive is in there.
It's not like it's gonna. It's not like it would be like Nintendo going, "We need a Blu-ray 4K player outsourced from
that was
Sony."
not going to happen.
It's Sony has always been the one to say, "Here's
Right.
the format. It's on us," you know, because you're going to save a lot of money not having to buy it. And you would think that they would. That was the biggest, like,
Right.
huh? You're just kind of like, oh yeah, we want a 4K Blu-ray player. I mean, why would we have that?
Yeah, you can stream it in 4K if you have it like a decent.
If you have
like
a
pretty
real,
decent,
I was just saying,
yeah.
most everyone has a decent connection.
Yeah.
You have to have a very fast connection.
Right.
We just bought the Conjuring 2 about 2 weeks ago on Xbox One on the marketplace, and streamed it because it was out early. It came out 2 weeks before the movie just came out today.
Yeah.
Streamed it and it did great, looked great, but 4K. That's got to be. I don't know. That's got to be a pretty decent connection there.
It is very. It's very odd that and true. Here's the demographic. They're shooting for two different demographics. So they're shooting for one. Let's get current PlayStation 4 owners to upgrade to a new PlayStation 4 unit, whether it be the Slim or the Pro. And then you have the other demographic of people who didn't get into the PlayStation 4. We need to get them to buy something.
Yeah.
As someone coming from the group that didn't own one, I'm still like, none of them came out screaming, "You need to buy me because," or "You need to buy me
The
because."
price wasn't right on the Slim, and
Right.
and the Pro is not enough to validate the full on 400 price tag.
Like I'm not like I understand you want like better processing speeds, frame rates if you're doing things like like competitive multiplayer gaming. The better frame rate means a difference in your performance and that sort of thing. That's not the kind of gamer I am. I'm the kind of gamer that's going to play like Ratchet and Clank or Until Dawn or something like that. I'm not going to get into VR on this thing. So the Pro really isn't enticing me and that sort of thing. The Slim looks good, but I need someone to tell me, is it easy to upgrade a hard drive?
Too, though. Yeah.
Right, and that sort of thing. Like, the PlayStation Original is going to go down to like $200, in which case, why wouldn't I just do that?
There's literally no reason for you not to get a regular one, especially if it goes down to $200.
Yeah.
That is a steal for. I mean, honestly, the PS4 is a great library, but for
and not only that, nobody that I know has a 4K TV. I mean, they're available for sure.
Chad is the only person that I know that has a 4K TV, and I remember
I keep up on that stuff pretty decently.
But the thing is, I don't think he has anything that even displays 4K yet.
Right.
Netflix does have some 4K programming,
there's
and
like
also
premium,
it's $11.99 for the premium Netflix, which comes with 4K and like 4 devices, on one account. But yeah. I don't know 4K TV. I know you don't. I know you don't. And the thing is, they're still in that kind of phase where they're going to be expensive for a year or so more until they finally get to the point where now you can go buy a 50-inch smart TV for $300 and be like, holy crap, this is amazing.
They're already coming down on price, but I mean, we've had so much tech.
And with the price of the Pro, though.
Yeah, I mean, we've had so much tech being thrown at us in the past 10 years. Look how long the color TV was around before it got an upgrade.
Yeah, I mean, that's just from...
And then now in the past 10 years, like 3D and LCD and OLED. And
I know you're not gung-ho on it, but I am excited about VR. I think when done right, it would be really cool.
Right, but you're not telling me the Pro is not...
Well, they're not selling you a system like that.
The Pro isn't screaming right now,
yeah,
you need to have me in order to do VR someday.
Because there's nothing
it's
VR
no longer,
behind it.
Right. That's the thing. If it was saying to me, look, if you ever want to do VR, you need to buy me. That's a little different of a scenario, but that's not the case here. VR is going to run on the original PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Slim, and the PlayStation Pro. So you're really not giving me, if I don't have a 4K
incentive
TV, look, I'll be honest here. Here's a reveal, and people might think this is insane that I'm this guy, and I don't even have a 1080p TV. I have a 720 still, and that I'm nowhere near the realm of a 4K TV, nor do I give enough of a shit to do it. 10K, like 4K, that's cool and everything, but I don't have the internet to stream 4K, and I'm trying to get as far away from physical media when it comes to like movie viewing as humanly possible. So buying 4K Blu-rays, which are expensive as shit.
How much are those, by the way?
Like $30. It's like Blu-ray when Blu-ray first came out. They're like $30 to $40 a pop. Like Conjuring 2, I think, came out today, and you could get it on Blu-ray for like 14 to 15 to 20. I think 4K version was 30. Yeah. I'm like, why would I even do that? And I don't even see, like, there comes a point where you look at certain TVs and you watch stuff. Like, I see this effect happen on newer TVs where the picture looks... there's a very distinctive look between like what a movie looks like on a TV and like what a TV show looks like on a TV. And when the movies start looking like TV shows, they're in that weird kind of almost reality look that they look really funky and weird to the eye.
Yeah, it's when you got 60 frames a second.
I'm like that looks weird to me and I don't like it. And 4K just enhances that even further to the point where it's like, look, I don't need RoboCop looking like he's about to walk out the TV and shoot me in the head. I'm perfectly fine with RoboCop looking like the 80s RoboCop. I don't need...
Also on your TV, if you have that fast motion turned on, you're the devil.
Yeah, agreed.
When people have that turned on, I'm like, why do you have this on?
Like the 120 hertz.
It makes it look like it's just like very just... I can't watch it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Now, what if, full circle, Microsoft comes out with their Scorpio and goes, all right, VR, that's cool. HoloLens.
That would be awesome.
That would be insane.
Yeah, they could do it. We didn't hear about the HoloLens this past E3, but...
You know, we still haven't heard about anything out?
Don't say Crackdown 3.
No, but I'm still sorry about that.
Thank you.
As far as consoles go, because you mentioned Nintendo Direct, and that focused mainly on the 3DS.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a bit later.
They've not mentioned anything about the next.
Yeah.
Is anything going to happen? I mean... Time is ticking.
They're trying to come up with the worst name ever for it right now is probably what's happening. How can we name this?
It's not coming out until 2017. We know that much about the NX at this point.
It's going to be called the Wii Us. I'm telling you.
The Wii We won or
You know what,
whatever.
Nintendo? You know what, Nintendo doesn't need to say anything because Nintendo knows one thing more than anything else.
They'll buy it
No,
regardless.
they've no,
Yes.
no. Nintendo knows one thing, and they're brilliant about it, and they're going to go with it. They won Christmas.
Yeah.
Christmas isn't even here yet, and they won
Yep.
Christmas. The Nintendo Classic Mini is going to make more money for Nintendo than either upgradable version of the PlayStation 4 is going to make for Sony, or the Microsoft Xbox One S is going to make for Microsoft. That stupid little gizmo is going to make them so much stupid money that they ain't even going to need to care about even saying the initials NX until sometime in 2017 when the dust is settled and it's like, look at all that money we made. We're good.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about this other thing we're doing.
Yeah, they're the gimmick kings, though. Like, I mean, the Wii, when it came out, the Wii should not have done well. But it's like, old people are like, oh, I can bowl!
Because it appealed to
Yeah,
the casual
exactly,
gamer.
yeah.
Your grandma could play Wii with you.
Yeah, well, did you see the new one Nintendo's got coming out? They got a Mario coming out. It's like a speed runner. You just make them
Yeah.
jump and
it's-
stuff.
yeah.
You know that's going to make hand over fist cash.
Yep.
You
And
know
then
it.
they're trying to decide how much to charge for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's funny because he's like, oh, it's only going to be Android or Apple first.
Yeah.
No, it's going out on both now, I think.
I'm sure.
I thought it
yeah.
was Apple first, though.
Apple first.
It's coming out on
Right.
Apple,
Yeah.
and then later they're going to do because that is the easier thing with Apple.
I'm
Here's
gonna
your
say
one
15,
phone model.
$14.99,
By the
I bet you.
way, can I just say it's personally funny to me that in the midst of all these things, we had 3 major press conferences happen since the last time we met. The Sony one, which we're currently talking about. We have the Apple Nintendo Direct one, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And then we had Apple come out with their big Direct talking about the iPhone 7 and the new watch.
Well, sadly
and all
enough.
those other things. And yet the funniest thing is the thing that got the most attention and the company that made the most stock market bump because of that conference was Nintendo, for the fact that they have a Mario game coming out that's going to be playable on an iPhone.
Sadly enough, the iPhone 7 has sold out. Pre-orders have been through the roof.
People are idiots.
People are really, really stupid. It's so funny because Apple's always been at least a year behind on everything your top tier Android can do.
Yeah.
And this is besides the headphone jack. That's fine. I get it. You want to put your own technology to it. That is fine. I don't care because if you can buy a dongle for it and use your regular headphones, that's fine. But it's like the technology they keep boasting about it has always been behind your top tier.
Wouldn't it be nice, though, to have a company where you could literally put out a shiny turd and people just buy it up because of product? I mean, yeah.
It's what it's called. It's Apple. It's the cult of Apple.
Exactly.
Like, look, I'm sitting over here and I have an iPhone. I'm really regretting that fact, but at the time frame that I had...
Which one is that?
The 6, regular. My problem was I had an LG 3 that went horribly bad, and the only thing they could get me into was an iPhone at that point. So, unfortunately, I'm locked into this stupid thing for another 322 days. Not that I'm counting, but yeah, I am.
You're contracted in?
Huh?
You're contracted in?
I could, in theory, go in there right now and trade it out for the iPhone 7. Woo woo. But yeah, I can't actually get a non-iPhone thing for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there. If I swear, once we take care of some Mo GameCon things, I come into some money, I may just outright buy a Samsung device phone for the $700 and just switch it over and just be done with that crap. But people will buy anything with Apple's name on it. Like the people who were all going crazy in the crowd, and we talked about E3, and I think people are paying people to go in there and do this.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true with Apple. I think there are people I know at my job who have the iPhone 6s, who have the iWatch, who are now trying to sell them on the company bulletin board because they want to get the 7 and the new version of the watch.
And what's so funny about it, too, is you can ask any of those guys, well, what features are you looking for to this new one? Well, it's got a new number. You know, that's basically the only thing.
Yeah, the camera's a little better.
You know what? I'll tell you what Apple did that was so genius. So genius is iTunes. iTunes is the most brilliant thing on the planet because here's what happens. You get people, here's what happens. You get people who buy like the iPod at first initially, which everyone did. That was the best MP3 player on the market out there. And that they buy all their music on iTunes and all that sort of thing, and then they start buying movies and TV shows and whatnot that they watch on their iPads, their iPhones, their iPods, all this stuff. So then you get to the point where you see all this cool Samsung technology. You're like, man, that's really neat. That's really cool. but I can't run anything I've bought off of iTunes on that thing.
Right.
And that's how they get stuck into the Apple cult at that point. Because frankly, if you're buying music, there's nothing better than the iTunes store, and that you could buy movies and that sort of thing on Google Play, and that's cool. But most of these Apple people get locked into iTunes, and then they can't break free of it. If I get rid of this phone, then when I get rid of this phone, I mean, I bought a lot of stuff on iTunes. I watch a lot of stuff on my phone to go. I'll still watch it on my Apple TV, but I won't be able to access any of it on my Samsung. Now, weirdly, though, I can get Google Play on this and play Google Play movies on this, but I can't do the reverse on the Samsungs with an Apple phone.
I think my disgust from them comes from iTunes, actually, because the last iPhone I had was the 3GS. And, yeah, iTunes, man... That thing is a virus on your computer. It wants to take over everything. Yes. It wants to update. It's like,
constantly.
Oh, you want QuickTime too? No, I don't.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, they had to stop that. Because QuickTime stopped supporting Windows, and the Windows was like, well, this is a virus-catching bastard now, and you need to get rid of it. Yeah. So now there's no mention of QuickTime anywhere.
I used to be guilty with iTunes. I had an iPod Shuffle, the second gen, the real small square one. And I had iTunes, and I had probably about $500 or $600 sunk into it. Is it still there? Yeah, somewhere on that. I can probably pull it up on a computer and do it. I don't care. I love the flexibility of this
you just pull it up on your computer, you burn them to CDs, and then you take the CD,
that's what I have.
Take it out, put it back in, pull up your media player, and make them MP3s then.
Yeah. Everything on my iTunes is on burn CDs, but I'm just saying the fact is I have not used it in probably about 6 years.
But that's you. There's a lot of people who never got away from it.
And they kept using it and using it.
Now, if I went to the Samsung thing, I still have an iPod Touch for that exact reason. That I could still take movies on the go from iTunes with me on that, or I could watch it to my Apple TV, which I still will say is Apple's best. I think is the best streaming device they ever came up with was the Apple TV. I really enjoy that more than I do Roku and all the other ones. But yeah, I think people get locked in so deep into the Apple investment that at that point in time they can't do anything. You can put Cody on it. Yeah. But, yeah, that's the point, though. I think people get locked into it, and then they can't get out. It's not that they necessarily are, like, that hardcore fandom enough, but it's like you said. Their iPhone 6 was out of date the minute Samsung's next phone came out, so now they're trying to get to all those things that the Samsung friends are bragging about, and the iPhone 7 is going to have some of those things, but not nearly all of them, because Samsung's already moved past that and onto the next thing.
I think most of the people that have that, like you're just saying, that have all that time, but I think half the people though are just buying it because it's the new phone,
right?
They go nuts over the features, and they try and tell us who have like the high end, the top tier Android, like, yeah, we had that. Yeah, we had that.
It's very much bragging.
Yes, but it's not. But it's funny because when they brag to us, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, that's That's
great, man.
I remember when I worked with a guy. He goes, "Look, I got this notification on my taskbar. This is like iPhone 4." And he'd be like, he pulls it down and shows me. I'm like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, I have that too."
Right.
I'm like, and it's just like, well, they ignore it too. They're like, "Well, it's really good on this phone. It's really just a clean interface because I'm exactly a potato if I open up an Android phone. I cannot figure out how to send a text message."
I don't know how the newer iPhones are, but I know the way it used to be when you'd update the iOSs. At some points, when you'd update the last iOSs available, like you'd notice your phone was really sluggish.
Well, some 4 and 5 said a lot. And some people
is it over the 6 who's done that? I don't have that problem, but I do all my updates with it hooked up to the computer.
Well, no, and also, but they finally caught up to it because before they'd make the phones just little memory. Your 4, your 4S, you'd update, and it'd go to update, and it would barely work, or you wouldn't have space for anything. You'd update it, and you couldn't hold anything because the update took so much space.
I would certainly hope.
I will tell you this: what would have gotten me on the iPhone 7 bandwagon, and Apple still refuses to do, give me a freaking memory card port on that damn thing. Let me expand on that damn memory. But then again, I also found it kind of funny that there's about to be, you can buy a 500 plus gigabyte micro SD card now, but yet most Samsung phones will only take up to 128 expanded, which I thought was a little light and a little lame. Like, why in the world aren't they going higher memory?
I've got a 64 with 32 already, and I'm nowhere near.
Our Galaxy S7s can do 200 gigs of
expandable, and I'm not anywhere close to.
See, I have a 128 on my phone, and it's almost full. But then again, I put movies on this phone because I do watch stuff on this phone, and that takes up the most memory with it and that. But yeah, I do have a Melissa McCarthy movie on here, so I'm not going to show it to Jay because he'll make fun of me. But anyway.
Oh, Melissa McCarthy. I was like, I got a couple of Jenny McCarthy videos.
No, Melissa McCarthy. I got a couple of those too. Anyway, that's on my other computer under the category something if died, delete before mom sees. Oh yeah, so we got way off traffic on the PlayStation 4. So yeah, so right now, like I said, I'm waiting to see what the PlayStation 4 original drops to, because frankly, if you're going to give me 2 new updated models by November, I gotta believe a new PlayStation original is going to be
big bundle
200
for in no time. Be like all the top tier games for like $200. It'll still probably be Uncharted, this and that for $200.
Yeah, look at last gen, man. You can like 360 and PS3 games. You can pick them up all day long, $5 and $10.
But I really think you should pick one up soon.
I'm going to. I kind of
just waiting for a cheap, good price.
Exactly. Well, I'm trying to get some money together for the con.
That's what you want to get.
Yeah, but that's coming in the Xbox One.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I guess it would be too.
But no, still, nonetheless, though, I do want a PlayStation 4, and given the right opportunity, hell, I'd trade in the Xbox One for the PlayStation 4.
No.
What do you mean, no? They're all coming to I got gaming PC. They're all coming to Windows 10 anyway, so who cares?
Yeah, that's kind of true, yeah.
And at that point in time, I really don't need it. Like, that was what I was going to bring up next. So we know that the score, oh, 7? Is that?
Redo. I have bought it a while. I bought it a while ago. Just redo it. Redownload
so you have the Xbox S. You have Scorpio coming out the year after that, and the next presumably is going to be, if there is something for Scorpio, which I don't think there is, it's going to be some sort of hybrid weird computer. Where is Sony going after this?
Apparently they are going to do another console. They're going to do a balls out console like the Scorpio, apparently.
Or technically probably the 3, because the 3, if you remember, the 3 was incredibly powerful, but a total nightmare to develop for. Right. Whereas the 360, it was a piece. It was really close to a computer.
It's very much getting to where people might as well jump ship. Yeah, and just.
I'm not jumping ship. Yeah. You can say that all you want.
I really think you're going to see the Xbox One interface on a computer soon.
Or actually, you're probably better off with the interface on the computer.
Oh, yeah, there's that. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I used to be like a big supporter of the Xbox One interface, and then I used the PS4s. I'm like, yeah, this is better. This feels much better.
That's the question mark, is what is the end game of Sony at this point? Because we know where Microsoft can make the natural progression, just being like, look, we're going to be computers, because we got Windows 10 with a proprietary source. Where the hell does Sony go after that? They're not going to make a computer. They've done that. They've been down that road. Are they seriously going to try and make a computer with its own operating system that's not Windows?
No.
Are they going to try and make a deal with Apple?
Linux-based?
I think they're going to try doing all streaming. I really do. I think they're going to
but they're still going to have a box.
Yeah, I think so.
That essentially is going to act as
That's not going to be anything but streaming video, interactive video, essentially.
I mean, I guess that's essentially what the Steam box is. The Steam box is a Linux-based system operating its own proprietary drive systems for its games, and I guess you could do the same thing with Sony, but it just seems a weird end to the war. Like,
I don't want it to happen like that.
No,
I think it's going to happen like that.
I don't want it to, though.
I understand you don't want it to, but then again, we may be hearing a bunch of hearsay and conjecture, because, I mean, by this point in time, we weren't even supposed to have physical media anymore.
Yeah.
But the gamers have declared physical media is what we want.
Correct.
I mean, people buy, when it's done right, digital is great. I just bought Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One. It was like $4.50.
Yeah, when it's cheap enough. $15 and under.
Worth it. Yeah. Yes, exactly. But like when it starts becoming anything more than like $10 or $15, I'd really like something to show for it. Yep. I'd really like something to hold in case it becomes, maybe I have the game, But there's some times when digital is cool. I really wish everything was physical, though.
Everything.
I'm tired of being digital. I wish everything was physical.
Can we go back to analog?
The world is digital, but I am analog. Oh, it's softer and warmer.
Become self-aware.
You are human. You already wore that.
That's true.
So
I don't know. I think I wanted it. Hell, I wish Sega was still around.
Absolutely.
I wish just all the juggernauts going at each other. I miss but then again, I'm still really grateful that I grew up in a pretty heated console race. Yeah. I got to see Sega and Sony and Nintendo and all that stuff head to head, and I'll always be thankful of that. And if it comes to a point where it is all computers there will always be competition.
Yep.
You got Nintendo will always do something odd and
Nintendo
weird.
will be building like bubbles for you to put your head in and play the game and fly to Pluto. I believe
that was the PlayStation 7. When the PlayStation 3 was coming out, didn't they have some fake commercials
Yeah.
with the PlayStation 7 which you just plugged into your head, and you were playing games like telepathically?
That doesn't surprise me.
You know, that was the running joke for the PlayStation 3 launch. But yeah, okay, so
And bring back PlayStation Home.
Oh my god.
I think you uploaded a video. Your brother.
My brother did,
It was
yeah.
like the last 3 minutes of PlayStation Home.
Yeah.
And it's like people. There was a lot of people like just like goodbye. Like I always remember the times we had.
Did you
like,
ever log in there?
when it was brand new? Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
because we discussed it last time.
Yeah, just how everybody's so stoked for it. But like I was telling you guys,
was just-
the only
You wait
fun.
in line for mini games. You watch trailers on like
Can
the
I
screens.
call bullshit on this and a lot of other sentimental crap? Because here's the thing: I know the old adage of you don't miss something until it's gone. But let me tell you something. As someone
Virginity?
who, yeah, that's one of them. I wish I was pure. Having been one of the among the last age group of people to work for Blockbuster Video, and people knew I did. I'd see people come up to me after the video store went out of business, like, "Oh man, I'm really gonna miss Blockbuster. I'm really gonna miss Blockbuster. I'm sad Blockbuster's gone." Well, you know what? If you had actually gone to Blockbuster and really
Right.
actually given a crap, Blockbuster would still be in business right
Rich,
now.
I'm gonna have to counterpoint that. My family, and I, we always went every Friday, and we got movies and games every time. We would rent the systems every now and then. We would rent the. We had the. I remember they did the thing where you pay this amount of money, you rent the game for as long as you want.
Good.
We did that every Friday, and Blockbuster was my favorite place to go. But the thing is, there was plenty of other people that preferred.
I'm not
I
saying
want this brought to me.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
all those people. I'm not saying all those people.
But that you
guys, like when the last store went out of business.
There
well,
was
that last store in this
nothing you
area-
could have done to save
No,
Blockbuster.
no, Blockbuster was a sinking ship back in '96. The minute that they tried to take on Netflix and they didn't do streaming, and Netflix did, it was game over time.
Actually, they had the chance. They had the chance to buy Netflix. Actually,
yeah, they did, and they
and
blew
they
it.
didn't, and that was like the because there's a really. I'll send you guys the links to this because
No, I've seen it. Believe me, I've seen it. But yeah,
Oh,
but
I'll send you a link to it there.
my point being this: like people are all sentimental about home. No one gave a shit about home until home was going away, and then they're like, "Oh man, I remember going on home once or twice. Let me go back on the home real quick and check it out."
Yeah.
And
Just
that-
but we're clear. I didn't care about home. I just think
No.
it's funny that people were so invested with it. I was surprised to see that people were like, "Whoa!"
Me and a buddy, this is the only fun I ever had on home. Me and a buddy, we created female avatars,
And
and
we
then
get
all
people-
the creepy guys would chase after you, and then I'd switch over to my overweight guy, and I'd be like, "Hey, cuties, how's it going?" And then instantly they would drop off.
None of that surprises me. Rich, this is it. I know you abandoned.
yeah, I've seen
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I watched
Yeah.
it with a heavy heart because, like I said, I very much so cherished Blockbuster, and
Yeah. By the way, Family Video still. is
Yeah,
a
I was
thing.
just gonna say
it's
that.
not. It's not the same. It's not the same.
No.
at
There's
all.
something about walking in there, though. Into
Yeah,
a
I mean, like,
video
look,
store.
look, I'll be honest with you here. In walking, I do every once in a while go into a Family Video just to walk around, look at the new releases. Because frankly, I don't know why, but I can't do that on Netflix or anything where I just randomly look around. If Family Video are going to a video store, is that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, this is a horrific movie made by Dolph Lundgren, starring Dolph Lundgren. I think I need to rent this and watch how bad it is. I'm not going to do that on Netflix, but I would totally do that in a Family Video, But anyway, we're getting way off the point. Although I will say this: Family Video did something that Blockbuster had a chance to do and didn't,
The food
which
thing?
was partnering up with a pizza business.
Yeah.
Was brilliant because you could do the whole that certain ones you could order pizza online and order your movies online, and a driver will
At
bring you
Family
both
Video?
pizza and movies.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Alright, I didn't
we got to
know.
the Android Apple thing after the Nintendo. How did we get here? What were we just doing?
We were talking about the sentimentality of bringing
Home.
home back. Yes.
Holy crap! We're getting real
let me
nostalgic
inject
tonight.
one
we
thing
keep
real quick.
just getting off passionately. Well, wait. Let me say that differently because
There's no passion involved.
he didn't even look at me during. So yeah, we're just. I don't know. It's still fun, but yeah. Home. Yeah, that was stupid.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Family Video though, you can at least rent games for cheap, so that's kind of cool
Yes.
too if you want to check something out. But
Yeah.
But you still have that with Redbox.
oh, yeah, I guess that's true too.
I don't trust.
I see
Redbox.
people renting stuff, video games. There's always some kid with his mom renting a game from Redbox.
I always forget you can rent games too. Yeah.
I also don't
Never
trust
mind.
Redbox. I'm sorry. I just don't.
I've used it a couple times, and
Is GameFly still a thing?
yeah,
Okay, I didn't know.
people still use that quite a bit.
Yeah,
'cause it's
actually,
just-
I buy used games from GameFly all the time.
Yeah.
Like I recently just signed back up with Netflix after taking a few months off and that from not using it, and I was signing up for the membership, and it was like, do you want to do a DVD from home business thing? I'm like, that's still a thing?
Oh yeah, they still.
I had no idea they were still
yeah.
doing the mailer thing. I thought that was all streaming. Is all they went to.
I remember one of my ex-girlfriend of mine in like 06, 05, or 06, yeah. She would go to her parents' house and they'd have the little Netflix envelope. They'd tear it open.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, what is this? Like, we got to move into Netflix. I'm like, oh, you guys just going to Blockbuster? Like, oh, this is easier. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I'm thinking back, like, that's the reason why.
I'll tell you what. Before Netflix came up with streaming and it was still just the mail-to-mail thing, Blockbuster came up with one thing that if they had stuck with it, I think would have won them that war until streaming came along, which
Drug
was
delivery.
No. You
might have done it.
You had the Blockbuster. You could do the Blockbuster online, and that you got your movie, you watched your movie, and then instead of just dumping it into your mailbox, sending it back to Netflix, and waiting for Netflix to get it, process, and send you back the movie, you can actually return your Blockbuster online movie to the Blockbuster store, get another movie for free, take it home and watch it, and then your next one would still come in and that. But then they did the stupid thing where they got greedy and they're like, well, no, the next one won't ship until the one you got in exchange for the one at the store gets checked back into the store. But originally it wasn't that way. It was just come in and bring back your mailer, get a free movie, tonight, bring it back whenever, and your next one comes in and you're good. So it was one of those things like you'd always have a movie around.
If I remember, during that time, Disney, I think it made the market. Disney had a thing where you could watch a movie, but then, like, the DVD would, like, degrade. Like, basically, there's, like, a chemical reaction.
Oh, one-time play?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's, like, a chemical
You're
reaction.
talking about DivX.
No.
No. I remember. I know.
Like, there's a chemical reaction that would happen where it would just turn into literally a
like when you
ghost.
put it in the microwave and it like eats the
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, it did that in your player?
Well,
No,
after
not in the
after
player,
yeah,
but-
you would take it out and it would be.
I vaguely remember this. Well, that was based off DivX technology, which was originally a competitor for DVD that Circuit City sold, which was you'd buy a DivX player, it had an Ethernet cable, so it was constantly connected to the internet.
Right.
And you get a movie for like $5, and it would play so many times, and then it would stop working unless you told the DivX player, I want to buy some more plays of this movie. Well, that failed for good reason.
Right.
And,
Yeah. This was literally a chemical.
I remember this too
Yeah.
because it ruined players in the test markets.
Oh,
and that's
really?
what failed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, because Blockbuster was going
makes
to
sense.
Blockbuster was going to get those,
Okay.
and then they saw what happened. They're like, "Oh, we're not getting those. No thanks."
I would assume it had something to do with the light hitting it. I don't know.
Want to switch gears?
Yep.
Yeah,
Should we back up?
Come
yeah,
back.
sure.
All right. I want to bitch about this because we were bitching about this earlier.
Oh yeah, please talk about
Okay.
it.
Sonic Mania, which if you don't know, they released a cool promo video a few months ago-ish. And they're like, whoa, Sonic's been around for this long. And it's like, what we're going to do? Go back to classic. Just regular old classic Sonic. Great. Do what you're good at. Fine. So they announced it today, the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition for North America. Limited time only. And I saw this thumbnail this morning, and all I thought was, I need this now. This is really cool.
Yep.
Really cool looking. It is really cool
Yep.
looking. Cool box with the Sonic logo on it.
Yeah.
You get a cool Sega cartridge cast with the golden ring. I guess the cartridge slides open.
Yeah, and it makes the
shows
Sega
ring.
noise, which is awesome.
No, that doesn't. The other thing does.
Oh, okay.
So, and then you have the 12-inch statue with Sega Startup Audio. It's a
that's
Sega
what-
Genesis with Sonic standing on top of it.
Assuming you press Sonic on the hair, singing it, Sega.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All this stuff is very cool. And then a metallic collector's card with a download key.
Gosh damn it!
And you know what? It's cool that it's metallic, but it's probably a flimsy card. I wish it was like a.
You know what I'm more excited about is the people that hack Sonic 2 to play just like this, and then you can get it on a cartridge
Oh,
because that's gonna happen.
but the thing is, I mean, I would have been behind this 100%.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
have thrown my money at them, and yes, because honestly, you could have taken that stupid cartridge cast with the golden ring and just
Yeah.
give me a Blu-ray. Give me a Blu-ray, and then on that Blu-ray, put all the Sonic games on there or something. Just do something to cash on this.
But no, digital.
And PS4 would have been great. Blue, Sonic is blue. Would have been great looking cart. Even the green Xbox thing would have been cool looking contrasting colors with Sonic
Yeah.
blue. But no,
Digital only.
this is cruelty.
It's its own game too.
Yes, it's a Sonic Mania.
That's
It's
what
just-
I'm telling you,
It's
man.
just literally.
I can't wait for the modders and hackers out there.
But
to
that's
make...
not. I'm
The
not.
sad thing is too is this is so aimed on the retro gamer market.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what do retro gamers want more than anything? Physical
girlfriend.
copy. Well, that's it.
No,
Actually, it would have been perfect if you said girlfriend, you said pizza, and I said weed. That would be perfect.
What's that David Tell joke? Pizza Pussy Santa. That's what I'm naming my kid because there's something everyone likes there. Sorry, Rich. So everyone gamers want is
physical copies.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all we want. That's what. Wait, what were we talking about earlier? That wasn't a physical. We were bitching about a game just a few minutes ago, not being physical. But anyways, yeah, we're talking about DLC, digital stuff for purchase. But yeah. You get a card with the download code on it. It just takes the wind out of my sails. Because I saw this morning when I woke up, and all I assumed was, this is all the stuff that came with it, and the game must just be boxed. Like, who cares? Game's boxed away. Who cares?
Yeah.
Nope.
You know how they really could have marketed that and done well? Put it on a cartridge, and then simultaneously released another one of their many, like, clone systems that's Genesis marketing.
Or you know what? You put it out on a cartridge... And and put it out a digital code but give both.
Okay,
and
but I don't think the cartridge would have been that. I think it would have been. I think it would kind of be more expensive to actually put a legit cartridge.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
And I don't think a Blu-ray could. I can't. I mean, that's the main format nowadays. It can't be that
I'm
expensive.
just saying. They put out an NES cart version of the new DuckTales.
Oh, it wasn't playable.
I know.
Okay.
But still.
Yeah.
If you're gonna tease me and be digital about it, at least give me something fictitious. I'd be like, ooh, look what this is.
Actually, there's a game right now. It's on Fangamer that it's the Super Nintendo cartridge, but
it's not. Yeah. It doesn't do it. I saw that. It
actually looks like a really solid game.
Yeah, but it's a download code.
Yeah.
I saw that. Now I'm trying to remember what it was. I thought it was a cart for real. I'm like, awesome.
Martin's like in his car screaming right now, telling us what it is. But,
yeah, probably so. Well, he's got an invite. He can come on the show. But by the way, quick mention to this one. The AVS came out. Retro USB's AVS came out. And from all the initial reports, people who got it and played it are loving it. They said the technology's fantastic. It looks like one of the best looking, I guess basically fan made consoles.
Yeah.
Super reliable, and I believe you can still order them on RetroUSB.com. But like anything else of theirs, it's limited, so don't wait too
cheap.
long. $200 isn't bad.
Oh, it's
$185.
Yeah,
$200.
Yeah, it's not bad. 200. It's 200 extra shipping. But yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, it's not okay. It's for HDMI.
It's not. What was that? What was that one thing that came out that was like $500? That was like the $500.
Well, that's a limited. It was a clear case, wasn't it? Wasn't a limited edition.
I thought it was 500 straight up for it. You could get like a $2,000 gold version.
No, yeah, you're talking about.
I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But that was what inspired them to make this. Was like a cheaper alternative to it, and that. Aww.
They're actually making a mini of that too.
They're still making what?
Oh, okay. The one that had the HDMI out, the first one.
Hey Chuck, what was the name of that fancy NES console that had the HDMI out that was like $500?
Analog.
Yeah, the Analog NT.
NT?
NT.
Yes,
Analog NT.
Analog NT.
Well,
yeah.
Analog did one now called the Analog Mini, and it doesn't. What? Anyway,
Colonel Angus.
Colonel Angus.
I just looking at that from Analog.
No,
Analog.
But
that man is Colonel Angus.
yeah, it's no longer using the original chips either. So
anyway, ABS is looking good. I haven't heard any bad complaints about it, so something to check out. I want to bring up a rumor, but I'm going to hold off on that for a minute. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm doing the rumor right now. A rumor hit the
internet. Oh, no, we're not scheduled for the rumor yet. Hold on. Push it back another 5 minutes.
Fair. That's fine. I want to make sure we don't miss the things we previewed in favor of talking about things that I forgot to mention.
Fair enough.
A rumor came out today. This is why I did not put this on the Facebook page or anything else, because right now it is an unsubstantiated rumor, but a few sources have picked it up, and if this is true, then Activision is the most evil piece of shit ever. So the supposed rumor is that... So here's the supposed rumor. So we know that Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, whatever, Infinity Ward, whatever they're calling it, is coming out. It's the space version that no one wants whatsoever. The only reason people are even interested in it is because if you buy the special collector's edition of it, you get the HD remake version of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which everyone loves. So that's the main reason why everybody's buying it. So now the new rumor is that, this part's not a rumor. It was a version, you get the disc, which is Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and then it was DLC, it was a downloadable version of the HD version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Here's the rumor. Supposedly, the only way you can run Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare,
To have the disc.
is you have to have the Infinite War disc in the system, thus negating a lot of people's plans, I'm sure, to buy the special edition and trade it back in immediately because all you want is the Infinite Warfare. That supposedly you have to the disc with the Infinite Warfare contains some code set that will only launch Modern Warfare 4 if that disc is in the system. If that's true, that is insanity to me.
Couple things. I think it's 110% true. It's Activision. They're not here to make us like them. They're here to take our money, and that's that. Two, it probably never would have gotten like this until they heard of all the because this is the most disliked video on YouTube ever.
More disliked than the Ghostbusters trailer.
Way more disliked than the Ghostbusters trailer. And the thing is,
they're like, we are gonna lose our asses.
And the thing is, this is what they're gonna do. They're like, well, you have to keep it. You have to keep it. Otherwise, you'd have GameStops the next day for 400,000 copies of that game for $19.99 a pop. They're like, we're overstocked because I think they got a hold of it. I think they know, and they're trying to do damage control and be like, well, you're gonna have to keep the game to play it. I'm not buying it. I'll buy Battlefield. I'm buying Battlefield.
Nope. Eventually, they'll get money hungry enough where it'll be a standalone.
And that's when I'll get it.
Yep.
I'll buy that standalone.
It might take a year, but so
they could have said Modern
Chuck,
Warfare.
you got an opinion on that? I know you don't want to be on the air.
Sorry, what?
Come here for a second. Just for this one part, I want to hear your opinion on this as an owner of a shop. So there's a rumor going around right now. It's not substantiated, so we're treating it as a rumor. But if this is true, this is insane. The rumor is that the special edition of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which contains the downloadable version of the HD of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, you have to have the Infinite Warfare disc in the game console in order to launch Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
That's insane to me. So basically, they're trumping anyone's option to trade in the game because they're really not interested in the one. They're only interested in the other.
I think I speak for all store owners when we say that maybe it's a good thing that we don't have 100 more copies of Call of Duty on the shelf.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean,
you could just not accept the trade-in.
like Call of Duty Ghosts?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Do you remember though when those games first came out? Like they held their value. Like I remember World
Black
at War
Ops still does.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3, a little bit.
World at War. I remember being
and
like,
especially when they made it backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Whew, you couldn't find Black Ops 1. Yeah, and then now
have it over there now.
Call of Duty 2 or whatever, 3, that's backwards compatible.
Yeah.
People want World at War and they want 2 and 3.
Yep.
And Black Ops.
I told you.
Okay.
That was a
Again, rumor, pure rumor. We don't know if it's true or not, but that's the rumor going around today, is that's the case. In which case,
and I very much so think that'll come true.
I would not put it past them to do it. It's scummy. It's a scummy move.
Exactly how they
It's
are.
a sore loser move, is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, they can't accept the fact that no one wants to play this new damn game, so they're going to ransom it out by making you get this in order
And
to
if
get
you're
the thing you
listening
people want.
and you're wondering about it, just don't buy it. Don't buy it. Take the stand. Don't let them make you pay $100 freaking dollars for a game you don't want.
Man,
go out there and buy Battlefield.
This comes back to like the Apple thing, man. Be a smart consumer.
Yep.
You're just making it worse for everybody.
Because everyone just jumps off that cliff because of this game here. They're going to be next year. Well, what else can we make them buy?
Yeah, what shiny turd can we roll out now?
The Lemming Watch.
The Lemming Watch. Are you going to be selling that here at Game Trader 2? 2 Hawks S.A. Charles, Missouri, 63303?
You can. You can actually walk on the overpass, and then if you jump, they're halfway down.
You catch it, but be quick.
Yeah.
It's a quick fall.
Calling your pre-orders now at 636-757-3593. Finally have a phone number to give out. It's the store's phone number. Are you really kidding me? It's the store.
No.
Well, here's your phone.
Don't give out the store number.
Don't give out the store phone number? Dude, I give it to him out the last, 6 episodes. Have you gotten prank calls because of that?
Well, now that you just said that.
No, don't. Okay, listen up, listeners. You're good enough people. Do not prank call the store.
Crash and burn.
Do not prank call. Do not prank call the store.
Oh, that's all it takes, everyone. Don't do drugs and commit crimes either.
God. Let's make a post on Twitter, too. Nobody will do this.
Well, hold on. Bergen law has been enacted. Once Rich says what goes, it goes. Rich, tell all the women they have to take their clothes off.
Ladies, drop your panties.
Women, not you.
Oh, you can too.
Oh, those are
Oh.
supple. Wait. Looking at Chuck makes me wistful. Wistful.
All right, let's talk real quick about the Nintendo Direct conference. Clearly, we've abandoned the Wii U. I think is the one thing we'd say. In fact, the only story about the Wii U in any of it was the fact that I think you said it, I think we said it on the show, we called this a long time ago, Skyward Sword is coming to the Wii U. Actually, it's now available for download on the Wii U. So the one exclusive Wii Zelda game you can now download on the
I remember
Wii
saying
U.
that a long time ago, a few shows ago, because we were saying it's going to run its course. You get Twilight Princess twice, Wind Waker twice.
I think you had Wind Waker like 3 times,
Skyward
actually.
Sword. Wait, what?
I think Wind Waker came out like 4 times.
Skyward
actually.
Sword, is it running through the virtual Wii or through the Wii U?
It's one through the Wii U, I believe.
Oh, really? That's
believe
actually an upgrade then.
Yeah, it says on the Wii U today. Skyward Sword is on the Wii U, available on the Wii U Play Shop right now.
That's actually an upgrade versus having to go play it through the virtual Wii.
Fair enough.
But,
Other highlights: Super Mario Maker is coming to the 3DS in December,
That'd be cool.
and that's
Tinker with.
Yeah, so if you didn't get them on the Wii U bandwagon, you'll be able to do it on your 3DS. There's a new Pikmin game coming. It's not the traditional Pikmin game. It's a side-scrolling platformer that's coming out for the 3DS, but that is coming out today as well, or coming out to the 3DS as well, and that'll be out before the holiday season. And no mention of the NX.
Yeah.
Can't say I'm surprised by that, but they talked about Yoshi's Woolly World and Mario Maker. Woolly World. Yoshi's Woolly World's also coming to the 3DS. We have the Mario Maker. We have the only Pikmin game that we're phasing out the Wii U before the NX launches, and that the 3DS is still going strong, and the new Galaxy version of 3DS, which we talked about last week, was another focus point of the conference.
Yeah.
And that. So 3DS is going to continue to sell strong for Nintendo. Between that and the mini console, they don't need it. They don't need the NX this holiday season.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I
guess
don't know.
they just don't care about the people who own Wii U's, and they're just like, we're sorry.
See, for the longest time, they said the NX isn't going to replace the Wii U, which might, just be
Well,
dumb.
geez, there's nothing much for the Wii U anyways.
Right, I agree. I mean, as far as like
See, that's why
AAA
I
titles
can't get
and stuff.
behind Nintendo, like releasing a new console. I'm just like, I'll buy it 8 years down the road when I just don't care anymore enough.
Yeah. Well, one thing about the games, they generally hold their value, so it doesn't matter when you buy it; they're going to be expensive.
$40 a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've got the word Mario,
Unless you
on
went
your
to
title-
Target this past weekend.
No crap. You couldn't. Well, I tried. A lot of people tried and got nothing out of it. But
I'm gonna try and see if I can get because now that I have one, I actually want to try Bayonetta 2.
Actually, yeah, let's talk about this. I mean, there's still copies out there, so if people don't know
You
about
want
this,
to tell everyone about this honey hole?
yeah, absolutely.
He got his game, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Where are you going to go? Are you going to go to
I
another
have a
state?
Target right next to my house.
It's sold out, guarantee it.
Actually, they got
Somebody made a post on Facebook. And
I know what it is
they
about your face, but I really
Someone
just
got
someone. Jake.
someone got some. Here's the thing, though. They still got a ton in their factories, so they are getting restock of those games.
At
think?
Target.
I've talked to an associate who said
Oh,
there's
really?
restock
Okay.
coming. So yeah, a bunch of games went super discounted at Target. Not just
Super discounted.
Wii U, but
Okay, so I did get Mighty Number 9 Wii U,
Yeah.
$8.95.
by the way, can I just say how funny?
Bayonetta 2, $8.95.
That's a good deal.
Xenoblade Chronicles, $17.95.
That might be one I actually might want to try out.
Yeah,
Hyrule Warriors, $17.95.
was it Rodeo Sky whatever? Wasn't
That was like
one of them?
$20, wasn't it?
Yeah,
for
I
the
think that was
longest time?
discounted pretty big.
That's been. I actually got that for $20 quite a while ago,
Oh,
but
okay.
that was Toys R Us though too. That was
Okay.
running a deal on it, but
Yeah, and in case you're interested and you haven't gotten Chibi Robo for the 3DS, that's still available at every single one. I see tons of those.
yeah, they're
things
like
everywhere.
$15 with the amiibo and stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
That's a cute little game, by the way. But yeah, Target every once in a while will come up with some really interesting deep discount stuff. Plus Cartwheel on top of that. You can get stuff
Yes.
like PlayStation TV. I got for like $20.
Oh, yeah.
ultimately, like
Carlo's great
6
for
months
just everything
ago.
though, because we go there and shop for we do everything. We get everything there, kind of because it's
Right.
right next to us. We use Cartwheel all the time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
super handy.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh yeah. Plus your red card on top of that. I mean, you're
Yep.
talking some stupid saving.
yeah. Target, proud sponsor of Not This Podcast.
Target, much better than Walmart.
Rather go, spend a little bit more to not have to go to Walmart.
And necessarily,
And in the end, when you do cartwheel on the red card, you're
Yeah.
probably pretty much about equal.
And you don't have to deal with the same people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You spend a little bit more not to deal with the
Yeah.
Krellborns that shop at Walmart.
My cart stopped.
Now, if only Targets were open 24 hours, they'd be perfect.
Yeah,
Touche.
that is. I wish they were that way too.
Yeah.
They're open till 10. That's good time.
That's
Yeah, but still, after we
there's
get to-
plenty of
like,
people that have us here right now.
Matt's like, I can't go on a bender at 1 o'clock in the morning.
No, I'm not going to go to Walmart like some Hoosier.
I'm not getting my ice from Walmart.
I'm not getting my Natty Daddy.
Yes, we've got to get Natty Daddy.
I'm not buying that. I don't want to crap my pants after 2 beers.
For the next podcast, can we at least all enjoy
Shotgun.
one Natty Daddy?
We have to shotgun 2 Natty Daddies before the podcast.
Which, by the way, I found this out that Natty Daddy is a super high alcohol content.
Yeah, it's like a
natural.
Ice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just like total garbage beer.
No, there is a Natty Ice already.
Is there?
Yeah, this is over top. It's 8% by volume. That's stupid high for a
crappy
terrible
beer.
beer. Yeah,
Is Bud Ice still a thing?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is our husbands hitting their wives still a thing? Yes.
Yes, and
Then
it's
Bud Ice will always be a
proud
thing.
sponsor.
Yeah, of domestic violence.
I'd like to mention our new sponsor on the show, Zima.
That's all we could afford now.
They're still around too, apparently.
They're like the Crystal Pepsi of alcohol.
Who is buying that? That's what I want to know. Zima.
Bruce Willis. That was Seagram's wine coolers.
That was Seeger's Wine. No, Zima, the high school 16-year-old girl drink of choice. Remember, to get your free pack of Jolly Ranchers with your free six-pack
My
of Zima.
generation was Smirnoff. You had Zima, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, that was definitely the drink of 94.
My Zima was Smirnoff, which is it's the
Right,
same damn
yeah,
thing, but
yeah.
still like I remember.
Yeah, you remember kids putting a Jolly Rancher in it and all that? Other
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
too,
convinced-
I was a little young for that, but
Did you ever watch somebody almost choke to death on a Jolly Rancher because they threw it into a Zima and it got... Oh, yeah, that happened
I've been
few
many times where I drink a 6-pack of Smirnoff, and all it does to you is make you piss, belch, and make you miserably sick.
I'll just like
Yeah.
to say this.
Oh yeah, it sits in your stomach. For
The
sure.
one time in my life I believe I might have saved somebody's life was giving a girl a Heimlich maneuver at a high school party because she started choking on the Jolly Rancher.
Rich, why are you taking
Or Zima.
My clothes are constricting my body.
Yeah, the 7-year whatever where you don't have to worry about it anymore. The whole.
By the way, shout out to Sherry Land from Incarnate Word Class of 96. You know who you are.
Oh no!
That would be great if that got back to her. You son of a bitch!
I'm just giving you mouth to mouth. I'm fine. No, you're not.
You're joking.
By the way, I got
Statute of limitations.
By the way,
is
by the way,
over
by the
on
way,
that.
by the way, by the way, bit of opinion from the both of you. I told a story well, now a lot. It was like an early version of Overclocked. I told a high school drinking story and named first name and last initial of a person. It was a drinking story about a high school party. And I got an email from that person that said their mother somehow heard that and they got into trouble. This person's 38 years old now, and we're talking about a story that happened when they were 16. Is there a statute of limitations where I can call bullshit and say I'm not sorry I said that?
Jake was talking about not wanting to bring his parents or whatever, and to
Yeah,
listen to
that's
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Well, I don't want to say filthy things and then my
Oh
parents
my
hear it.
God! You know, the stuff.
The stuff that's on the episode
It's
that
like
will
if
never be
Hitler
released.
was like, "Oh, my parents are coming. Hello, mother and father. Yes, I love the Jews. Yes, they're my best friends." That is literally what Jake is compared to right now. Jake's like, "I want to be good for my parents." And the next thing Jake shares is like a camel blowing a guy that has an inverted penis.
I haven't found that one yet.
Yet.
What was that?
What was
Sean?
that? Did the camel or the guy have the inverted penis?
Does it really matter at this point? It's just a horrendous act of sexuality. But yeah, I can't believe you of all people is like, "Oh, I don't want my parents to think I'm a weirdo." God, you better never bring them around. I'm going to just show them all your links. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Friedel. Look. Hey, is this looking an innie or an outie to you? And I'm not talking about a belly button.
Finally, the news. Speaking of skanks, a court judge finally dismissed Lindsay Lohan's claim that she should be suing Rockstar for the use of her image,
likeness or whatever,
within Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, that's over finally.
Yeah, particularly
she lost.
That was weird because there was a mission that she pointed to, which
was a loading screen too.
Could see possible. That loading screen is so obviously Kate Upton and not her. It's
but
ridiculous.
Regardless, it's a girl in a bathing suit with a cell phone going like this. Oh, so you mean every basic bitch that plays this game does that? Because that's all it would be. And Lindsay Lohan's like, well, since I'm a train wreck, because if you look at her, she's a goddamn train wreck. She sees that, goes, I need some more money. This is what I'm going to do. I'm suing. She lost. I hope she gets run over by a tractor trailer. So I
really wish I was the judge there who'd have been like, show me the still image again. Oh, I didn't know you were Kate Upton. You're Kate Upton? You're not Kate Upton.
Or you go,
get the hell out of my courtroom,
we've found your picture on, actually, we're sorry, but the movie was made before you were even born. Yeah. And you show her Large Marge. So, we see the likeness, but since the movie came out before all this happened.
We are a long days away from that great GQ shot she did before she got really fucked up. And
everything after Mean Girls was, because that's when she started... doing the
cocaine.
It takes all your bad times and turns them into good. You don't want no part of this, do we?
I think I do.
I think I want to try that cocaine.
Wasn't one of the ones he burst in on? He just goes, I don't even care what it is. I want to try it.
Yep. Man, that's a great movie.
Very underrated movie.
Walk Hard.
Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story.
I'm spent.
I think that's it.
I'm spent after all the incoherent ramblings we've gone off to, and
By the way, I would like to point out that we were on the topic of the PlayStation 4 for 45 minutes.
I believe it.
Yeah. Because we went down 9 different alleyways and avenues and all that. It's kind of like the night we got into the whole, oh my gosh, Watson Road died?
Why'd you?
Oh.
Still a soft subject.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not soft. It's this chair to your face!
Yeah, let's talk about Matt's hard subject.
Oh, wait. There was one other thing. Sorry, dude. Bloodstained got delayed.
Oh, yeah.
To 2018.
Bloodstained got delayed.
What?
2018.
The first half of 2018. But I will say this. Of all Kickstarters that are out there, I have never had more communication and updates from a company.
I am glad they're telling me
I don't mean to be a dick here, but Mighty Number 9 update came out the other day, and it was update number 100 and something. They constantly talk to us about that game.
Yeah, but
it was always bad news, but they were constantly talking to us.
A demo, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're going to be much more on.
I never got to play that demo.
Oh, it's good. I mean, if you like Symphony of the Night...
I got the demo. The link never worked. I never got to play it.
Oh,
not our problem.
I'll just send it to you.
You all suck.
I'll send it to you tonight if you're a little.
But I have faith in them.
Yeah.
And like we said last time, we talked about Toe Jam and Earl got picked up by Adult Swim. It's on the up and up. I think Bloodstained, take your time because it's going to be an amazing game.
Yep.
So, but yeah, come 2018 and they're like, oh yeah, it's not done yet. Then it will be cause for action because we all know that it's not the biggest game in the world.
Yeah.
Shenmue 3 is going to roll out eventually too, and that's a huge game.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do it for sure for the next episode of the podcast. Will come out. We did this last year. We've done this in the past on VGSs before we started them here. We'll have our big preview of games to come for the rest of 2017 where we break down the release list because really kind of today was kind of the big start of the holiday season rush. You had a bunch of big games come out, including E3 Sweetheart Recore, exclusive to the Xbox One, came out today. BioShock Collection came out today. NHL 17 came out today. NBA 2K17 came out today. And something else, a fifth game came out today. I don't remember what the fifth one was. What was that?
Recore?
No, Recore. Yeah, Recore came out. And then we have the Dragon Warrior game coming out for Game Boy this coming Friday for 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dragon Warrior 7 or whatever. Dragon War Quest 7 or whatever, or 8 or one of them. So one of them's coming to 3DS. Point is, we'll have our big release preview for next week, for the next episode of the show. All the remaining games of 2017, so you can plan your calendar accordingly as to what you want to get in that and go from there. So,
awesome.
Anybody else got anything?
I got nothing.
Got nothing? Jake?
I'm all out.
Chuck? No? Okay. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining in. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. Overclocked will be next week, and we'll be back in 2 weeks here at Game Trader 2. See ya!